Hello everyone, it's Lottie from Cancer as a Lifestyle. Sorry about that, I was in the middle of my swallow of tea. I've been drinking Perfect Peach. It's really good from Bigelow. Love it. I find that as soon as the cold temperatures come, I still drink my coffee but in the morning, but I find that I have this real taste for hot tea. So in the wintertime I drink a lot of tea. So anyway, it warmed me up quite a bit and I'm kind of red, sorry. Anyway, so if you watch my Sunday ramble, you know that I spent a day on Saturday with my mom and my aunt, her sister, actually my mom's sister. And while I was there, my mom gave me some more, journals. Look at this one. Isn't this the most beautiful thing you have ever seen? Look at this. I don't even want to use it because look at this lovely. It's all in purple. And it says, I can do all things through Christ who strengthens me. And on the back of it also happens to be, is there a price on there? Oops. And inside, look at these. They're butterflies and flowers, every single. This is lovely. This is really nice. I almost don't want to be using it because it's just so beautiful. Look at that. And then she gave me another one, which she's always giving now that she knows that I love these. I think she goes out and buys them especially, which I don't want her to do that. I don't want her to spend her money. I love these. These I think I'm going to save for my journals. For my journal writing. You know how I'm doing, I'm going into journaling where I'm coloring and, you know, making them a little special. Where's the pages? They're lined. Once I get, right now I'm just using an ordinary notebook. And as soon as I get kind of perfected, you know, because I'm starting out. But anyway, you guys, today I wanted to do a couple more shout outs. And just remember, these are all the channels that I watch regularly. So last night I kind of sat down and I wrote down a list of all of my channels. I got my, you know, I made my list so I don't forget and miss somebody. But I'm only going to do a couple at a time. So today we're going to do a couple more. And I'm going to, but I'm going to time myself. I don't want to go crazy and sit here and talk about channels, you know, too much. But so if I miss you, don't worry, it'll be in the next one. You can tell if I watch you, if I leave you comments all the time, then I watch you and you're going to end up getting a shout out from me. But I just want to tell you, do a little different spin on it. I want to tell you why I watch it, because I have such a, you know, I'm kind of weird, I guess. I have different reasons for watching the channels that I do, and they're so diverse. So in no particular order, okay? This is, no particular order, guys. Just what it was in my email. First one is Brook Farm. Simple, what does it say? Simple, sustainable living. The second part they added on in the last 2 years or so, because when I first subscribed to them, it was Brook Farm. Now, this is gonna sound terrible. I don't remember their names. I think hers is Jamie. I'm not sure. Do not hate me. I just cannot for the life of me remember the name. When I first started watching them, it was called Brook Farm. And she did, and it was only her, and she did a whole bunch of canning videos. And I mean, on everything. Like, I've always grew up thinking that you only can vegetables and, like, you know, your fruit, or you make jams. I never thought that you could do like soups and meat and butter and like you can can almost everything. She has, I don't know how many videos. That's how she started, and on just canning. And I always wondered why they called it Brook Farm, because they don't really have a farm. Or they didn't then, you know. They lived in a suburb, and it was like a suburb that you could have like so many chickens, and they did have some chickens, and they had some, like, you know, they had a goat or two, but it wasn't like country farming, you know what I mean, or homestead. And then one day they came on and they kind of, and like I said, he was always in the background. He never came, her husband. And they made an announcement that they sold their home, they sold out everything, and they bought all this acreage of land, and they were going to live off grid. They were going to build their own house. Well, that was like 2 years ago. And I was just fascinated. I said, wow, oh, this is going to be quite an adventure. Well, within these 2 years, Dave moved into a structure on that property, and they really became off grid. And I think for the last 2 years, they've had so many setbacks in building their home that it almost makes me love them more, because a lot of channels tend to always show you all the good things, only the best things, and like this is the best life ever, but they never show you all the fails. And this couple here had quite a few setbacks. Now they are finally laying the foundation and they're building their home, but they really had to go through, you know, I mean, go through the struggle, man. I'm for real. Like, you know, their solar went out, their well froze, you know, they had problems with the wells, the water, the pipes froze. Like, they had so many setbacks in living off grid that they had to really go in different directions than what they expected. Which, you know, this is reality, guys. A lot of times, a lot of our dreams are not what we dream about them, we fantasize them too much, and the reality is different. So I really do like this couple. I am looking forward to seeing this new part of their channel where they're building their own off-grid home, and I'm very excited how they're going to do that. But I will always refer to her channel for canning and for things like that. I find, you know, in the beginning, that's what she did. And she had quite a pantry, very, very much a prepper. Very impressive, you guys. So if you want to check out that part where you want to learn how to can, she's got a lot of info. She is incredibly talented lady, where she's just in those 2 years now that while they were kind of had setback after setback, she discovered that she's quite an artist, and she draws these beautiful portraits of pets, of animals. So just a great couple. And if you're interested, just go to their channel. I'll try to put it in the link below. So right now they're building up. To me, they're right at the stage where, to me as a woman, it's boring, because they're building the walls, they're putting in the foundation and the, you know, whatever. For a man, that's exciting. For me, I want to see once they get, you know, build the 4 walls. I want to see. That's what I want to see. So anyway, excuse me. That's not a good. Don't be offended. So the next one is Lily of the Valley. Now this one is very new to me, and I actually subscribed to her channel not too long ago because of someone else that I watched gave them a shout out. So Nancy, you actually from Life's Blessing kind of redirected me to Lily of the Valley, and I checked her out. What first attracted me to Lily of the Valley was the fact that she's already has like over 1,000 some subscribers, and she does a lot of on her channel pointers on how you can grow your channel, and you know, how you can make it better, how you can get there, like, you know. But I've also find a lot of her videos that I love is her daily routine. She is a mother of 4, and just her life, how she juggles it. You know, this is my morning routine. Yesterday I was watching her evening routine with the kids, and I just love her personality. She is just an everyday mom, so I enjoy it very much. So if you are interested into learning how she gives you a lot of great tips on how to make your channel better and grow, but also I like her everyday channel, or everyday life that she has. I enjoy it very much. Excuse me. It is Lily of the Valley. I have not gone through all of her vlogs yet because I just started. Like I said, I'm very new to her channel, but so go ahead and give her a try. The next one, oh, we're only 10 minutes in, good, is I think everybody has heard of this channel, but I love this. And that's Boss of the Swamp. I really love him. I think this man has so much experience of living in the woods and like living that kind of style, lifestyle. But I also love him because, oh my gosh, to me, I think he has so much experience, so many stories. I just take everything he says for value. I do. I think he's wonderful. He spent his whole life living what we consider, now everyone's interested in off-grid lifestyle. Well, he's been doing it all his life. And another thing that I love is that his homestead, his actual cabin, and whatever he builds is done in such a perfection, because a lot of times, people start out and they don't really have a background in, and I noticed a lot of times you'll see the farms or the homesteads, it's kind of like, they're messy, there's a pile here, there's a pile there. He is so organized and everything is so neatly, it's just beautiful. He does a wonderful job. I love listening to his stories. I love watching all the fun quips he does of him and his dog Frankie. He does fun videos. I think he enjoys life. He doesn't want the pressures and the stress of a city, and he loves living the simple life. He really does. He has no use for a lot of the materialistic things that we take for granted. I mean, take for granted that we all are obsessed with, So right now, I think he is going through surgery that he's going to be doing, but I'm telling you, he just has a great love of his life and um, you know, of the woods and of wildlife and just living that kind of a simple life and stress-free life. So I'm sure all of you have heard of him. I love watching Boss of the Swamp. I wish there was more videos. I think I've seen his videos like over and over again. Hey. Another one, we're going to do one more, and that's going to be Jane from Scraptastic Yarn podcast. Now, why I like Jane, and I think ever since I've started my YouTube channel, I've subscribed to her channel. Now, it's been a year now for me. Jane is a great woman. I will tell you, I've noticed that she is a great supporter of all new podcasts that come out. She will go, watch your channel. She'll, give you a comment. She'll give you a shout out on her page to help you along. She is I love. She is retired, and what I love about her too is that she has so many activities that she participates in. Like she joins a lot of charitable groups that they crochet for different charities. So it's almost like every day of the week she's involved in some kind of a crocheting circle. She does, she crochets, she works on the loom, she quilts, she also does sewing, I mean, variety of things. And I'm just amazed that she does a podcast almost every single day. And every day she has something to talk about. She has something to show you. So, I mean, she's just very productive. And one of the things that a lot of people like on her channel is that she does this, what in tarnation, she does these what in tarnation stories at the end of her podcast. And they all love to hear those. But like I said, she is a great encourager. She will never ever say, oh, this is ugly, or this is, you're an amateur, or you're not doing this right. If anything, she's a great encourager for everyone starting out, and that's in crocheting or in vlogging. A lot of times I find when I go to some channels, and I struggle with things like this too, like my lighting or maybe my sound. We're all learning and we're all beginning. So sometimes you will see comments on people's podcasts where people are rude and they kind of say, well, your lighting is terrible, or I can't hear you. Jane will never do that. She will never ever do that. If anything, she will encourage you. And I like that about her. I like that. So I love Jane. I'm actually in her Facebook group also. I love that. She is very encouraging no matter what you put out, even though you may mess up your piece, your item. She will just continue to encourage you, and so you don't feel bad. I love her for that. So she is on every single day, you guys. So if you are interested, check her out. She's a lovely lady. She's interested in many charitable organizations. She does many, many things, and with her time, and she donates a lot. And I love her channel. She loves scraps, and that's why she is called Scraptastic. What a wonderful! I love scraps too. So anyway, give these channels a try. You know, go. I will try to put the link down below so you guys can go on there and check them out. But that's why I kind of wrote them on a piece of paper so you can just, you know, watch over it, stop, freeze, and just go on their podcast. I know my handwriting is horrible, but you know, you guys, it is what it is. So, anyway, you guys, thank you so much for watching, and have a wonderful day. Bye-bye.